stocks that could do incredibly well in 2025. You're going to be looking to details each one of those three stocks, key fundamental metrics, what are the risks that could potentially jeopardize any trading on those stocks, and also the macroeconomic outlook impact on those three companies. Finally, the chart formation. Which one of those three stocks are trading at technically discounted price? Which one is trading at the FOMO level, but upon a breakout, which normally the resistance breakout tends to become the support and lead into a new high. All in detail next. My name is Les, I'm Chief Analyst of BG Trading Australia. I've been trading for over 20 years and I'm proud to bring BGS20 strategy for you. I want to remind you, this is not a financial advice, it's just us from BG Trading sharing with you how we apply our strategy together with our VIP members to chase 20 to 40% profit within 1 to 3 month time trading small and mid-sized caps and a very tight stop loss. I would like to invite you to become a member of our free Facebook community. We call that Buy, Grow and Sell Strategy for Share Traders. Also follow us on BG Trading AU on Instagram and on Facebook. And we have recently created a community for crypto traders. We are not as active as we are in stocks with crypto, but we have been trading crypto. Our latest pick was a Pepe, Shiba Inu, and Ripple. And now we have repositioned ourselves into Ethereum. And we post this 5 December that we're going to be buying Ethereum at $3,800 US. Let's hope it breaks out into new highs. But this is a very speculative. Crypto is very speculative, okay? Anyway, let's go back to stocks. The first stock I want to talk about is Cettire Limited. This is a stock that I believe is incredibly undervalued. I'm going to share with you why it is incredibly undervalued, okay? The share price formation shows a bearish trend. However, there is a very strong support level around $1. Okay, this is a very strong support level, right? The fundamentals of the company keeps improving its revenue. It's a growth stock into retail space. Let's talk about the fundamentals very shortly. But essentially, trading about 49% below the long-term moving average, as well as 17% below the short-term moving average, which puts Cettire Limited absolutely at technically discounted price, not only for the long term, but also for the short term. The upside potential is just as equal or more than it was early this year in June, when we did one of our best trades of the year with Cettire. As the stock went up 147%, we locked in about 80% profit on this particular stock, and then we bought that bet again, and we have been buying, averaging down our latest entry ever since, and we believe there is a lot of value and a lot of upside for this stock, despite the analysts don't like. Despite this is a highly manipulated stock and has been artificially sold mostly as a result of short traders. Now, let's jump into our latest stock analysis, which we actually did a projection for FY25 based on all the information that we have in the first quarter of FY25. So I'm going to go straight into the projection that we done, because that's what matters. Whatever happens in the past matters for the share price until today. And The reason why the share price fell like over 50% was because the company has experienced a high discounted and promotional activity. That was in July and August. I want to remind this, July and August tend to be the worst month for retailers. Okay, this is not a good period for retailers. Also gonna add this, in that time, there was no interest rate cut by any central bank around the world. Fed has started cut interest rates in the third quarter of this year. And the impact of interest rate cut by Fed, and I like to talk about Fed because a majority of Cettire Limited business is done in the US. They now have also launched a beauty platform in China, which I'm going to be discussed shortly, but majority of the business in the US, also in Australia, and the fact that Fed has cut twice already and potentially the third time, that is very, very positive and the impact on the consumer spending will be most noted from Christmas this year towards the mid of next year, and that is exactly where we are looking our projection right there. Okay, so therefore we'll increase the EBIT again, so the margin will increase and the company will once again return into a similar high profitability bracket that we showed before this decline in FY24 last 2 quarters. Okay, so we should have a patience right there. Now our projected revenue is $900 million for FY25. It's not a company that is speculative. It's not a company that doesn't generate revenue. This company is huge. Look the performance of revenue increment every year since 2020. 2020 started with $22 million revenue for the full year, then 21, $92 million, then doubled in 2022 and doubled again in 2023, okay, and almost double in 2024. This is huge. It's similar to Zip, buy now pay later company. However, the margin, the gross margin here per product, it's far greater than we have in a buy now pay later space. So the market, I don't know, the market is not seeing that, or they just didn't like the last 2 quarter results and has smashed the stock once again. But look what the macroeconomic outlook is likely to be within the next 6 months. For me, I think this is no brainer. And I'm projecting based on the first quarter result of FY25, projecting $900 million plus. I want to be very conservative here. $900 million plus. Although we think that will exceed $1 billion revenue, I want to be conservative, okay? I'll keep this projection right there. This is the main reason why I like Cettire Limited. And buying this stock at technically discounted price with favorite macroeconomic outlook, favorable fundamentals. We saw what happened with Zip, and even what happened when we trade Appen at 50 cents. So I'll let you decide. Now, the second stock that we'll be looking at is Fly Center. Fly Center is another stock that has been heavily sold, okay? And that normally happens because, again, same situation of Cettire. The June and September quarter tend to be very weak for these particular stocks. But look what happened after, early the year after Christmas and New Year. Stocks tend to go nuts. So I'm not implying that's going to happen the same. But the fundamentals for Fly Center is still extremely positive. In fact, we have put together this Fly Center analysis a week ago, which is available for our VIP members. Okay, so if you want to have access to these analysis, take a look on our VIP membership program. So anyway, we post there, and the outlook is still very positive, and And honestly, this is arguably the leading travel agency in the world. Okay, statutory net profitability continues to improve. Unfortunately, not as high as the market has anticipated. But then we had the market correction, and now all we need to have is the result to meet the expectation, or even if it exceeds the expectation, then we obviously there's a plus. But even if we meet the expectation, expecting the share price to go back towards $22 in the next 6 months. So look, I think this is also incredibly good opportunity at the current price. This is also another highly shorted stock. Okay, but provided that we have stock price trading at technically discounted price, not only for the short term but also for the long term, macroeconomic outlook extremely favorable for discretionary spending, as we have seen not only Fed and China Reserve Bank, but also European Central Bank and many central banks around the world cutting rates. So travel activity should increase dramatically next year. Okay, so I like that. I will be putting these analysis as well available for you in our Facebook community. Make sure you become part of our free Facebook community. Okay, this is not a VIP membership program, just a free Facebook community right there. Okay, and the last one is a stock that we have been talking about recently in this channel, Mesoblast. Mesoblast is actually almost reaching our BGS 20 target and is trading at FOMO area. And you might ask, Lester, why are you even bringing here Mesoblast if it has already reached our BGS 20 target middle of this year, a few months ago when we did our last trade with Mesoblast, and is about to reach our target once again, 50%. That's what we're going to be looking at. The reason I'm doing is this stock is because now, as we speak, it's about breaking out multi-year resistance level. We still need the confirmation right there, but it's about breaking multi-year resistance level. From the fundamental aspect, the company has a few months ago lodged BLA within the FDA for one of the key treatments, Remicade-L treatment. I'm not going to go in detail now, but I have a video in this channel about Mesoblast, actually a few videos about Mesoblast. Okay, if you have followed us on that video and you took a position, you would be making at least 50% right now. Okay, anyway, so that's the thing. If it breaks out to a new high, which indicate the chart formation is indicating so this is going to become a support level, and as becoming a support level, we still need a confirmation. Okay, so we're likely to see Mesoblast rallying and breaking through $2 in no time. Okay, and therefore reaching our BGS 20 target. Now, if Mesoblast, the key risk here for Mesoblast is not receiving the FDA approval. If Mesoblast receives the approval, then the stock maybe falls a little bit. Okay, we'll see some people taking profit. I don't think, and I did actually share this thought on the last video, that potentially Mesoblast will be raising capital if they get the FDA approved. However, there are $50 million in convertible notes agreement with the best shareholder, and I think there is strong likelihood that Mesoblast, if you get the FDA approval, that's not going to come with a capital raising. It looks like there will be sort themselves. When I talk about capital raising, still capital raising, but when I talk about capital raising, I'm talking about at the cost of the shareholder, which we have seen recently with Novonix slashing the price from 85 cents into 60 cents. Huge discount. Who pays for the raising is the shareholder. Never good for shareholder, really. But that will be huge if Mesoblast gets its FDA approval. So that's why I think if it gets the approval, there will be a very strong year for Mesoblast. We could even see Mesoblast going towards $4 a share, doubling from here in the next few months. All right. The key is to get the approval. There is a strong risk, but think about this way. I've been talking to a lot of analysts, and a lot of people are no longer confident about Mesoblast. But the way I think is persistency. The more they have been rejected by FDA in the past, they have learned, they have mastering the applications. And the CEO of the company has recently in a podcast mentioned that they have been talking very closely with FDA, and that's very positive. All right, and that's what I think. I'm very confident. Then there's still 50% risk to get approved, but I'm very confident this time they will get approved. Most likely I will reduce my position. I'm holding a very strong position here on Mesoblast. As soon as it reaches BGS 20 target, but what hell I'm going to be holding some Mesoblast through the result, even if I lose, but the winning upside is very, very strong. All right, this is just us from BG Trading sharing our thoughts based on our fundamental analysis and technical analysis. You really have to do your own due diligence. Okay, don't take this as an investment opportunity. We only do short-term trading. All right, so hope that was valuable. Let us know what you think about those three stocks. Put in the comments, challenge us with arguments that could potentially contradict what we are looking to those videos. Don't be shy. That's how we build constructive a conversation. Thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic rest of the week. Bye.